if you'll start by introducing everything, and then we'll do the share screen and share your art.
All right, my name is Nehemiah Mack. I am 15 years old. The name of my business is NM Arts, and I am an independent arts seller, I can say.
How long have you been doing art?
I've been doing art for about 3 years now, and I just got into the painting media. So these are kind of like my practices.
And what's your ambitions for your art career?
I want it to be a long-term goal for, like, my money making for my future.
Very good. Let's show some of your pictures. I'm going to share the screen. Like that. So everyone can see it.
Watch your hand.
Want to tell us about this one?
Yes, this one is a gallery piece that I submitted the other day. It just came from my head. I had a dream about it. It was just, I seen somebody in the clouds, and I was like, ooh, this would be a good idea. Yeah, that's where it came from originally.
Good.
This one here, I was doing my little walk around the neighborhood, fresh air, and my neighbors have this big farm of sunflowers, and I just decided to sit there and do a little painting.
Beautiful.
This one, I was bored. I was just sitting on my bed, and I was just thinking, and then I just pulled out my canvas, got some random colors, and my mom also was like, here, you can try abstract, and she took random colors from me, like the original colors of a lion, took that from me and gave me like a certain amount of colors and said, let me see what you can do with this. And
very cool. So as the business fair, we need to know about your business model. Like, what's it cost you to make these? How long does it take? And what do you sell them for?
The longest I took for one painting was about 10 hours, and I don't really know how much they cost to make them because I was just go to Walmart and just buy paints and stuff. And one that I'm selling at the fair for the highest price is about $80, and ones at the fair currently, Miss Puzon, my art director at my school, she's making up the prices for those ones. So I don't currently know. I have like a set of prints for those pieces, and they sell for like $10 each at the fair. Yeah.
Very cool. We're excited to see it. Do we have questions? And online, if you have questions as well, just let us know.
What's your favorite subject?
Definitely abstract. I just recently got into watercolor. I think that might be my new favorite.
Yeah, have you started learning about NFTs?
No.
Yeah, so it looks like your art would be like a good candidate for that. And so, like, you know, you start learning about it, and you can create these, and you can sell your art digitally on fungible tokens, and so people are selling them for tens of thousands of dollars, and it looks like your quality of work is perfect for somebody like you to start learning about that and kind of introducing your art to them.
NRTs?
NFTs.
NFTs.
About like Bitcoin and
Non-fungible tokens,
Mhm.
and so like yeah, so that's the best thing for you to do right now.
is there a place where they can learn more about technology startups?
Google. But yeah, and that we do the program called Startup on the Blockchain. We'll be glad to help you with that. Yeah.
Every Thursday at 5:30?
Yes. Yeah. So our events are online, and you can and they're every Thursday from 6 to 8, and you can network. And then we have a guy coming on tomorrow that's you can ask him a question about NFTs or whatever, and because he's affiliated with companies all across the country. But you can go to kakuainstitute.org, and there's a link for the events on there.
I'm glad to hear you're working with your teachers to set the prices, because you do want to speak with someone that knows what the prices are going to be and provide a good price for you. One of the things you may want to look into is also some mentorship. There's some great artists in town. Carter Gaston's one that does murals all inside of buildings. He does characters, different ways and different avenues of streams. So if you need any help with any mentors, Carter Gaston, the Pen Arts Gallery here on the Belmont George Street, Art Hill Gallery, finding people that you can talk to, let them know who you are, what you're doing, maybe display your work for free. You can possibly see looking at working from the restaurants, seeing about providing your paintings on the wall at the restaurants, and then having a little sign where they can possibly buy it. But any kind of avenue you can to get mentorship, people already doing it, would be great. Do you plan on going to like a college for art or majoring in those areas? Okay.
Yeah. Our gallery that I'm in is currently setting up scholarships. We have 2 open spots.
Great.
And I'm hoping to get into one of those.
If you need ideas from the mentors in the area, let me know, or I can talk to Joe about it, and we can definitely find some mentors you can work with in the community. Great job. Great presentation, too.
So we have
Great. And I know I missed it earlier. Nehemiah, what can we do for you?
Also, don't really know. Supplies so I can make.
Right. Help with supplies and also a place to be able to do that is what we're hearing. So if anyone has any ideas yourselves, please let Nehemiah know as well. And the first 2 presenters we have, I just want to tell you, it's great to see your passion. You can definitely tell Nehemiah's passion. This is something you want to do. There's so many people that have jobs that are miserable. They don't like it. They hate it. And you don't want to live that way. You want to be able to live with a job, take your passion, but find a way to make money out of your passions. And you guys both did that in your presentation, so thank you.
All right. So Rena and Deshira, are y'all ready to be the stars?
Yes. So I'm Rena, I'm 12. I'm Asira, I'm 9, and we are sisters. Yeah. So do you want to show what you make first, or should I show what I make? You can show what you make first. Okay, so I make resin stuff, like pyramids like these. I have, one of my favorites is this one. It has a crystal inside of it, and it has like a bunch of candies in it. And then I also make rings. Okay, hold on. I also make rings. So yeah, I make a bunch of different designs. Yeah, so that's what I make. I make jewelry like this, necklaces and earrings, and bracelets. And I also make art and coasters like these. And then here's some of her art. Yeah, it's pretty good. So that's what we make. Do you want to know how much we sell it for and stuff like that?
Yes. How long does it take you to make them? How much do they cost? And what do you sell them for?
So for a resin pyramid, to actually how long it takes to fully make the whole thing can be like a week to make one, but I only have to do like 30 minutes a day. But each layer, because these are layered, each layer here, this one you can see the layers a bit better. Each layer takes like 24 hours to like harden, so it takes a while to do those. And then the rings, I have a mold for them, and they take 24 hours to make like 14 because that's how many like molds I have for them. So I just pour them in like one day and then I take them out the next and then they're ready. And I sell the rings for $5 and I sell the pyramids for $15. But I've also started, because this is going to be around Christmas, people are going to want stocking stuffers. I've started making these little $5 pyramids that I'm going to market as stocking stuffers. So they're really
Great.
cute.
And then each like necklace, it usually takes me around a day to make.
Sorry about that. My tablet got a call in the middle of the Zoom meeting, so it paused it.
Yeah, each necklace I make is around a day to make, and they cost different amounts. It depends on what beads I use.
Yeah, like this one costs, I think, like $15.
Yeah, because it has real pearls.
Yeah, these are like mother of pearl, I think. They're either pearl or mother of pearl, I forget. But yeah, so it's kind of expensive.
Yeah.
And then
Earrings, I'm not sure because I haven't made them in a while.
Basically all of her jewelry costs kind of different amounts depending on like what it's made out of, how hard it was to make. So yeah, it's usually between like some of it is like $5 and some of it is like $20. The rings are usually pretty. Oh yeah, she also makes rings. I'll show them, but you can keep talking about your other stuff.
The coasters cost $10 because they take like a couple days to make. They have a lot of different layers, and then you also have to paint both sides of the popsicle sticks. And then my different sizes of paintings cost different amounts. The pocket size paintings cost $3. There are two different medium sizes, but I'll just show you one. They cost $5. And then the large ones, like these, cost $7. And the large ones take me around an hour to make because they have to dry for a while, like the under layer, like the background of it.
Yeah. So that is everything we sell and like how much we sell for. Do you have any questions for us?
Very good question. Do we have any questions? Yes, Sally.
Where do you guys sell it?
Well, we're selling it at the children's business fair, but also I haven't really put most of my stuff in it yet, but I did start an Etsy page where you can buy my stuff. It is Rena's Resin, RINAHZRESIN. So you can buy my stuff there, and probably at some point we're gonna set up an Etsy shop for Ashira, but right now she doesn't really have anywhere else to sell her stuff.
Yeah.
Excellent.
I don't know who you are, but you have your hand up. So what's your question?
So I have two questions for you both. Where does your inspiration come from? And what inspired you guys to want to sell what you guys are creating?
Sorry, can you repeat the second question?
What inspired you to sell what you both create?
Okay, so I'll answer that question first. So what inspired me to sell the resin was just I've been seeing a bunch of videos online of people making resin, and I think like a few years ago, someone gave me a resin pyramid, and I was like, I want to make that. So then when I finally started making it, I was like, people would totally buy these because they're really pretty. So I decided to start selling them. And then for the inspiration for them, I kind of just think up some nice colors and think like what crystals or like little things would go with them. So yeah, and Shira?
Well, My idea to start selling paintings is because sometimes I just feel like I want to paint something, and I decided to make small cardboard frames, which is what my paintings are on, and then I decided to sell them.
And then what's your inspiration for like
Um,
designs and stuff?
I think of like what people would want in the season, like this is the fall one. At one point I made art YouTube videos, so I make like smaller versions of the big paintings that I make on canvases for them. And sometimes I just look around and I see like a flower.
Thank you so much, and I'm very proud of you guys and everybody here, because I hope you all inspire other people to do the same.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good. If y'all have questions online, just put up the little notification or yell at me. Maybe
And the last question we have for you is, what can we do for you? How can we help your business out?
I don't have any specific questions, but I don't know what I don't know.
Possibly the wisest person in the room.
My name is Quavion Prayer. I'm 16 years old, and my business is Q Productions. It's photography and videography.
Very careful.
I started about 2 years ago, and what inspired me to start this business is I'll watch YouTube and like people editing styles. Then I started making intros for people, and then I submitted a film into the York Making Ripples, and it won out of 80 films. And I really got more into the filmmaking and photography. And I'll be selling my photography at the Pensacola Business Fair this Sunday. And the products and services Q Production offer is photography prints, trim and cuts on your videos, and basic editing style. I plan to expand more of my services when I get the resources to do so. What my products and services sell for. So photo prints, my 4x6s is not here, but they're $3 each or 2 for $5. My 5x7 frames is $8. My 11x14s is $16. And my video services, the prices may vary per project, and I do free estimates and basic cuts, trim, and cuts. My plan is to take this opportunity as a learning experience and get all the criticism and mentorship to better my business. I plan to use what I earn to invest back into myself, but to make this a long-term business plan, then eventually get an LLC.
Good. We have questions for Quavion.
So, for the prints that you make, are those photos that you took with an idea in mind, or do you spend a lot of time with your camera just in case you inspires you?
Well, I was on a trip to San Diego, and I took most of these there, I think most of them, and I was on the boat ride just taking pictures, and that I just felt the need to take the pictures. I use my phone as all of this taken on my phone.
Mm-hmm. So do you have like a vibe you're going for with your photos? Is there going to be like different waves of different things you take pictures of, or?
Different ways. I mean, for right now, I'm just doing landscape and like I don't know what to call it, but just landscape at the moment. But I like to do portrait photography, event photography, and videography, and event photography.
So I'll just finish with, there's a camera shop here in town that you should come check out. You can rent equipment for like $35 a day. It could be a super, super nice lens that you've never used before, and it's just $35 to use it. So definitely come check us out. I'll let you know what it's.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
This is a perfect example of, mentorship. This is what Valerie does. Valerie, make sure that's Valerie, right?
Yeah.
That Valerie does, and your prices are very reasonable. I saw your prices, I'm like, wow, that's, people would definitely want to purchase something for that price, and then one day, we'll see about increasing that prices and talking to different
do you have an hourly rate for your video production?
Well, I haven't really started, I'm only doing the editing services, and it depends on the project, but whenever I do get the resources to do, hourly rates and videos in person with people, I will, hourly. Yes, ma'am. Well, they in the making right now. I was hoping to have them today, but they'll be here on Sunday.
On Sunday?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
I'll get one from you then, because I actually have some, short.
Have you ever heard of a firm, they're still here actually, sorry, at Collab named Vivid Bridge Studios?
I haven't heard of it.
Okay, two of their, owners and their partners are very, very skilled post-production video editors. And, they're always looking for interns. I can't speak for them, but, I'd be glad to make an introduction to see if there's a potential there. Plus, they're just really good folks in terms of connecting with in the community. They know a lot of the photographers and the videographers. And apparently they play nice together, I think, generally.
Yeah, they're great collaborators.
Yeah.
We should invite them to. Other questions? Any questions online?
I guess, Keith, the last question we have is, what else can we do for you as a community to help your business out?
You can help, I wanna try to get an LLC for my business, and, connect me to mentors and possibly sponsorships.
Are there any services in town that help people with LLCs?
I was gonna say, I'll give you my business card at the end of this, so you can email me, and we can define either between like a fictitious name or an LLC, depending on what your needs might be.
Yes.
So I'll give you my business card, and you can just email me. Okay?
Yes.
And after you speak with her, if you wanna like have like a plan set or start doing like a
I'll give you a director from our chamber to help out with any questions, and when you call me and have really tough questions, I'm gonna go back to the SBC to get No, but feel free to, I'll be happy to give you my information, you reach out to us as well, and we can help you out with some things, from the other groups. Great job, wonderful job, guys.
Nice job.
Hi, my name is Stella Grimes. I'm 13 years old. The name of my business is Full of Charms. I sell handmade clay charms. I've been doing the Kids Business Fair for 4 years and selling charms. I started working with clay when I was about 7 years old, when we first moved here. I made clay toys for my Barbie dolls, and then we heard about the Kids Business Fair, and that gave me the idea to turn them into charms. And the things that I've done to like change my business in those few years are I have metal pendants that I put my clay art in, and I also sell clay charm earrings, and I also have an Etsy site too that I sell my charms on. And I have charms here if you guys want to pass them around and look at those. And everything, like the clay that I have, my grandma bought for me as a gift, so I didn't pay for that myself. But it takes me around, the longest I've ever taken to make a clay charm is like 30 to 45 minutes, but sometimes they're quicker, so it'll be about 20 minutes. And based on like, what was it that you said, like $10 an hour? I sell one charm for $5, but I also, if you want them with a keychain, it's $6, or if you want them with a necklace, it's $7. So, yeah.
Is one of your products that you're wearing today?
Oh, no. I always get that question. No. But
On a fair day, clean yourself up with your own charms. Yes, sorry, you continue.
Oh, no, I'm done. You guys have questions?
Do you do custom, like, ideas?
Yeah, if someone asks for, like, something specific, I can make that for them. And if they come to, like, the next market, or I can put them on my Etsy site and they go on there and they can buy it, then, yeah, I could do that.
Is that an extra charge?
No.
More questions, Patrick?
So, just, because I'm not a very artsy person, but does this involve a kiln?
No, it's
okay.
polymer clay.
Okay.
It's already colored and everything. I bake it, and then I put a little screw eyelet in it, and then I bake it in the oven for about an hour, and I try to make them like at least once a week, so I'll make like a dozen a week so that I have enough for the next market. And it only takes about an hour to cook, and when I'm done, I coat it with clear coat nail polish, and so that it doesn't break, and so that's what I do.
Okay, because there's different shapes, and then there's some that are mounted on, it's like a metal backing.
A pendant, yeah.
Right, that means so it takes a little bit of skill to put all those elements together. So maybe worth more than $10 an hour.
Well, the ones with the pendants are $10,
Okay.
but the ones that aren't, they're just $5. So.
Okay.
And I'll pull up, the picture, or should we wait until she goes?
You can go ahead and pull up.
Okay.
I sent two separate ones, one for each child, so.
Oh, you sent two separate emails?
Yes, one right after the other.
Oh,
And then they would be.
So these are yours, right? So let me share
Yes.
the screen really quick.
That was perfect.
All right, so this is some of what we just saw in that box
Mhm.
there for the peach one.
Yes, I recognize the pin.
What? Yes, she does look familiar.
Oh, Chris, I'm obsessed with miniatures.
Well, that's
Wow.
what I started. I loved playing with Barbies and miniature things, so if I could make my own, it was really fun. And so that's why I enjoy making them so much. I really like miniature things too.
Do you make each of those by hand?
Mhm. Yes.
You have small fingers?
I have.
Show them some of your tools if you want.
I didn't bring the tools because they're in my clay stuff, but I have
Yeah.
tools that I use, and that's my clay set. And then I have other things, like I got miniature little cutters, like they look like cookie cutters and stuff that I use, and I can cut stuff out and things like that. But most of it I do I'll look on like Pinterest and stuff for ideas and inspiration, and then I'll go and make a version of my own, and that's how I get my inspiration and stuff like that.
Very cool.
Just amazed by the detail of these, when you said you did them, I did not expect the detail to be here, so, well, that's good. How much would it cost to make like 10 of Jim's face on a for me, that has to be able.
It would be really hard to do someone's.
Oh!
It would be hard to do this shape because it's just so.
We can get a bigger mask for it, Jim.
Well, that is fantastic. Sorry, we have at least one more question.
Yeah, any questions online as well?
Yeah, that's a great point.
What is your ultimate goal?
Well, this is just short term for me at the moment. I'm working towards saving up enough money to buy myself a car when I'm 16. But as far as I know, it could turn into something bigger, but I'm not quite sure yet.
Thank you for asking that. I did want to know the answer to that as well. Any other questions?
And I guess the last question we have for you is, what can we do as a community to help you out in your business?
Honestly, I don't know really of anything right now. I don't think there's much. I mean, come to the business fair and come look what I have. That's
Good.
really all I can
Good
say.
answer.
I think, and what we can also do is passing the word around, and let people know how they are, You may want to consider also seeing if there's creating tenants for little companies, maybe big companies that wanting to use their logos, maybe something you create, make a handout and give out to people or something.
Yeah.
Maybe. So that could be an avenue stream with that nonprofit that maybe you want to have a customized gift they give people at banquets and award programs or something.
Yeah.
So maybe in the future to discuss some avenues and routes for that. I'll give you one of my things that you plan to go that route.
Thank you.
I have a whole bunch, like, I have another kid working for you, I have a whole shop of kids working for you.
You want to go ahead?
Yes, I have a suggestion, again, I've had my own business for 42 years, and I think about the time that we have spent challenges of maintaining it. It all starts with the equation is pretty simple. You have a product or a service, and most of you have a product, some degree of service, by providing videography, et cetera. And then you have a consumer, on the other side. The biggest challenge that I've had in 42 years is the segue, or the pathway between those two things.
How do you get this product or service to the attention of people that will become your consumer? You mentioned one about it in a restaurant. And interestingly, I love art, and I have purchased art in restaurants. One most expensive breakfast I ever had. But that's the challenge. How do you, I mean, you have one, the fair that's coming up. My granddaughter's in North Carolina. There's a couple art festivals they go to, and kids crafts, they call it, and they sell their jewelry, et cetera. But that is the single biggest challenge. How do you get the notification of what you're doing, whether it be a product or service, to the people that will become your consumers? And I love the idea of finding a strategic alliance, for example, a restaurant that loves to have things on the wall and costs them nothing, and your artwork can be put up there and priced. So the best relationships we still have are strategic alliances where they're benefiting at the same time we're benefiting. But that is the secret sauce, if you will. You all have great, unique boutique products, and there's millions of potential consumers. Spend your time thinking about how do you get what you do to the attention of people that will become your consumers. That's the hardest part. This meeting, for example, is a good example of that. The fair you have coming up is a good example. Palafox Market on Saturday morning. There's one guy there that's there all the time, and he's an author, has books and whatever. Another person sells cooks and cakes, that he makes. And the thing I like about this farmer's market is it has to be, you're not a reseller. Everything that's there you have to have produced, which is kind of unusual. But that is the place to spend your time and attention. How do I get what I do to the attention of people that will eventually like? And that's the difference between a hobby and a business. I mean, we all have hobbies, but if you want to, and again, I've been self-employed for a lot of years. I was not cut out to be in the corporate world. And I'm really pleased that our third generation is now doing some work there. I'm trying to have my 6 grandkids all go into business for themselves. Someone told me one time, when you look in the mirror and you get up that morning, if you had a great success, give yourself a congratulations. If you had a great failure, blame yourself. Because you're the ones in charge, good, the bad, and the ugly. But again, the secret ingredient is how do you get notification to people that want your stuff, product or service, to want to pay attention to it. You all have great stuff. I'm really impressed with, each of your products and services.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
And I have something super short to follow up with.
Okay.
It's to be something that we all have in common, that it's okay to go back.
And on a total side note, but as a follow-up to what he said, the Gulf Coast Arts Festival is actually this weekend downtown. I don't know if anyone knew that. Maybe too late to enter at this point, but you could at least walk around and get a feel for what's down there.
And the art there is really good. It's juried art, unlike other things. It's very, very good stuff. I would definitely pay attention to it.
Yeah, the reason we did the fair this weekend is to take advantage of that
Gotcha.
art traffic being down there.
Right.
To appreciate all of the wonderful art being done here.
A great place for networking and inspiration, to go walk around yourself, bring some of your products, see and talk to people about how they did those things. I think it's our last presenter, right?
May I just say, in addition to all those wonderful benefits of going to the arts festival, back to being a business-minded person, my training, the market research potential of seeing how the other people do what they do and charge what they charge can be both daunting, as in, oh gosh, I could never charge that much, or oh, I could never be that good. But that's not the purpose. The purpose is to say, okay, what will it take for me to get to that level of quality and that price where my stuff is worth that? That's because they're right. Most people, what's the rule? To be an expert, it takes 1,000 hours or 5 years as a day job. So for entrepreneurs who work a lot more more hours, 40 a week, maybe you do that in 2 years, I don't know. You know, but the point is, it does take consistent effort.
The relationships you build along the way
Mhm.
matter almost as much as the skills that you bring to the table.
Hi, my name is Celeste. I'm 10 years old, and the name of my business is Play Again and Again. The reason that's the name of my business is because I use upcycled things like wine, corks, and magazine paper, and to make floating keychains, and I have some that I drip painted, and I make earrings out of magazine paper. And what I have here is stuff I did last time, which was canvases that I had dipped in like nail polish and made designs on. I also added stuff to some of them in their magnets. And I have bracelets that are made out of water bottles.
How did you make my water bottle into that?
Yes.
Well, first we cut strands from the water bottle, and then we took like clothes iron and we pressed it down and it curls the edges, and then we took like marker and paint and like did designs on it.
Amazing.
On this one we kept the logo. It's Jiffy. Yeah.
That is really cool. And we have some pictures of your work up here, so let me share that so that the sisters online can see this. There we go. Look at that. Yeah, I think I have one of those on my refrigerator, and I was like, this is so cool.
The way I make these is I get a container and I put water in it, and then I like dump some nail polish in there and I move it around to make like a design, and then I barely dip this on there and it picks up the design on it.
I asked you a question last time, and I was blown away by your answer. Like, who else is doing this?
I don't think I've seen any other people doing it.
This is a unique, made in Pensacola, one-of-a-kind product, unavailable anywhere else in the world. Is that what I'm hearing?
I don't know. I just know I haven't seen anything like it yet.
Hey, that's incredible. I think this is beautiful.
Those earrings are made out of paper.
Yeah, they're made out of paper. Magazine paper. We just take and we cut squares out of them, and we fold them up, and we put thread through them and make them into earrings.
Oh, wow. That is such a cool idea.
The big ones can hold 2 keys, and the small ones can only hold 1.
Where does these ideas come from?
Well, I kept on seeing a bunch of commercials and like things about pollution in the water and plastic everywhere, and I thought I had to do something about it, and I felt like this is something fun to do, but also it helps with recycling. So I came up with this, and my grandma helped me make the name because I was like, I don't know what to do, and then she helped me. So, the way we came up with making the cost of it is how much the stuff costs materials costed, and then I did how many I can do in an hour based on $10 an hour, and the floating keychains are $2, and the earrings are $5, and the magnets, since I'm trying to sell them because of last time what I was doing, the small ones they're all only $2. And these are, how much did these? $1 fitting.
You have a bunch of these ready to go for the fair. Questions in the room? Carla?
I have 2 questions.
Hi.
Where do you see yourself with your business? And the other one is, as a sports are such a helpful way for us to find our small.
Yeah, I could do that. I could put, like, whose keys they are, or something like that, so if someone else finds them, then they can, like, find the person.
Because it's already really helpful.
Yeah. And I forgot the first question you asked.
Where do you see yourself with your business?
Well, I'm making sure that I have enough money for in the future if I have to, like, get something or save, or getting ready to save up for something like that. So I have enough money and I'm not just broke when I need it.
Yes.
And I'm saving money to buy my sister a really cool Christmas present.
I am going to do that, but
I guess the last question is, what can we do to help you out?
well, I guess materials that I could, like, recycled materials.
So if they have, like,
Yeah.
water bottles and things like that.
Or corks.
Yeah, I have some
We got to go drink some wine.
I have some ideas already about that, because what you could do is like go to some of the local bars and say, hey guys, we have a way to recycle it and make this product be good. They can send a little box, collect them for you, and see the impact of it. Yeah, and then the corks, you can probably sell it like the boat shops or something like that. Say, hey guys, this is a renewable way of doing it. You can work with ECUA, who has all these supplies being given to them, and do all the recycling to help see if they have waste, say how trash can be made into a treasure. Trash to treasure. Anyway, and then also, with materials and magazines, tons of companies like DSC Magazines have magazines every month. They go out of circulation. You can set up a little site here where each month we dump those magazines in a box, and you pick them up and be able to use that. I'm sorry, I think now we're getting
Just to tag on to what you're saying, I know Caston's like downtown is
Oh, yeah.
very involved with the community, loves to help in any way. That would be awesome.
Another thing I was thinking about is maybe getting a business card because I don't have one yet, and that's just another thing I was thinking of.